Hey, Robert Turline here with Coach Y from the baseball team at Rockmore High School. Glad to have you here, Coach.
I appreciate it, Robert. We're getting ready for later in the week.
Yeah, it's going to be an exciting week in playoffs now and a 20-win season.
Yeah, kids did a great job. It's my third year here and been fortunate enough to have a lot of good players, and they've carried me, and, this is our third 20-win season.
Well, and that's huge for the program. I mean, it's come a long ways. And tell us a little bit about the program and how you've gotten it from day number one to where you're at today.
Well, when I interviewed, and the things I heard was that there's plenty of talent here. We just need a direction. And all I've tried to do since I've been here is put a program in place where it's just not, during the season. We have things in the off season we offer for guys that aren't playing multiple sports, although we love it that we have a lot of players playing multiple sports and encourage it. And, we start hitting early in the fall. We start long toss program. Pitchers are on the mound December 1. Coach Sykes does a great job with our strength and conditioning program. That's been huge for a lot of our kids. And, I've being able to been around a few places. I was at Harrison when they won a state championship in '98 and saw how they did things. Coached in college at Valdosta State and South Georgia Junior College. So what I've tried to do is run a college program at the high school level as far as the things we do, and technique, things like that, and prep these kids to be able to play at the next level.
And that's very important, too, because unfortunately a lot of our kids don't understand what the next level is going to be like, and they get there and it's a shell shock.
Yeah, I mean, it's a commitment. When you're playing at the next level, you're busy all fall. You really don't have much time off. Outside of, like I say, their strength and conditioning, they do their 4-on-1s or whatever they're allowed to do at that level, and it's changed every year. But it's a big commitment, and it's not just go hang out with your buddies and we're all on the same team, and that's where really here at Rockmore that's kind of changed. We've gotten to the point where we're pretty talented. Doesn't matter what grade or class level you are. If you're good enough to play on the field, we play the best 9.
And that's good. That's the way it should be. Now let's talk a little bit about where we're heading, because we won 20 games this year. We've lost some games by 1 run over and over again.
Yeah, I talked to the kids about it yesterday. We unfortunately didn't win the region. We finished tied with Dade, and they got us on run differential. But I was talking to the kids yesterday about what we've done. We played 8 preseason. We had teams that we played added up to 8 games that was preseason rankings. We went 5-3 against them. We've played 5A schools, 6A schools. We had 8 one-run games this year. We've played in hostile environments, done more than, like we went to Woodland and to Cedartown. And we're prepped. I mean, we've played, feel like I told the kids yesterday, we played probably the toughest schedule in AA this year. It doesn't matter where we are in the bracket. We just want to win our last game.
Yeah, and that's what it is now. It's a win or go home, and these guys are mentally prepared, I believe, to take it as far as they can.
Well, I would hope so. Like I say, the daily grind. Had a really good workout yesterday. Kids were really into it. They're excited for the playoffs. We went through a grind. We played 8 games in 2 weeks. That's really tough. It's tough mentally to come every day to play, especially at this level. And then, like I said, I keep going back to the schedule we played, but, that's kind of been the staple since I've been here. We've gone out and played, the 6A Harrisons. We lose over there by 1 run. We lose to the number 1 team in the state right now in AA Thomasville, 1-0 at home. And that, these are games we were in and had a chance to win. And just, hopefully we found a way through the season to change that fortune and win those 1-run games.
Well, it's something I noticed through the season, too. I think that, you started off and you didn't have all your players there because you had basketball, which went on to playoffs, which is great.
It is.
But then you had slumps. You had your beginning slumps from one guys. Then you got the basketball guys in with their slumps. I think you're finally getting out of all your slumps.
Yeah, I think right now we're running a lineup out there that's hitting the ball pretty well. We've made some adjustments. We're seeing a lot of stuff away from us. I feel like that's what we're going to see this week. A lot of curve balls, a lot of balls away from us. And we just got to let the ball travel a little bit more, let it get deep in our stance, stay inside of it, and hit it where it's pitched. And we've done a little bit better job. I mean, looking at our season totals, I mean, we average 6 runs a game, give up 2 runs a game. So, if we just play our type of baseball, we should be fine.
And we got Rayburn County, correct?
Yeah, we play Raven County. They're the 3 seed out of Region 8. They actually came here to Rockmart early in the year. We had a 1-0 lead going into the top of the 7th. We walked somebody, made an error, gave up a hit. We ended up losing 2-1. But for us, I mean, we're such a different ball club since that point in time. Some of the things I was telling the kids yesterday about it was, if you look at it, we played the #1 team in the state on Friday night. Saturday morning at 10 o'clock, we played the preseason number 8 in Heard County. And then we sat around for 2 games. And then we played Raven, and it just we weren't mentally into it, and I think that had a lot to do with that. But like I say, we've come a long way since then. We've made some adjustments defensively. We've made some adjustments with the lineup, and I feel we're playing some of the best baseball we've played all year right now.
I agree. Your pitching is doing very well. It's just they're hitting the ball where we're not, and that's going to happen. So hopefully we can get our bats alive.
Yeah, I would hope so. Like I say, they they got 3 arms that they feel pretty comfortable with, and they paint the outside corner, a lot of curveballs, and that's stuff that we have a MO about us that's where we struggle. They're through the playoffs last year. If you went, we went in the dugout after a series, and it just said down the line, struggles with a curveball. And we've spent a lot of time this offseason working on that, and we've spent a lot of time here lately doing the same thing. And the one thing I have noticed is we've cut our strikeouts down this year because we're not chasing as many curveballs. We may put them in play a little more, and it may not work out the way we want, but we are putting it in play, and we're not striking out as much. And
that's good. Now, we're down to 32 teams, correct?
Yes, sir.
So how does this work as far as playoffs go?
They got 5 weeks left. The first 2 weeks are Thursday, Friday series. Then after that, it changed to Wednesday, Thursday.
So best 2 out of 3?
Best 2 out of 3, yes, sir. We'll play a doubleheader on Friday. And I feel, with as many arms as we've used this year and the quality of our arms, that, there's not anybody in the state we can't play with at this point. And we just got to go out and execute.
Since we finished second in our region, and you don't want to look forward, but that's something I look forward to. I mean, you can as a coach, and your players can't, but you're going to start seeing some of the tougher teams early on, other than late on, correct?
Yeah, I mean, you're with the bracket we're in. We're #1 and #2 are in our bracket on our side to get to the Final Four. You're going to have to go through them anyway, so it makes no difference to us whether it's early or later. We're, like I say, I feel like we're battle tested, and we've played. Like I said, we played the #1 team in the state, 1-0 earlier in the year, and I feel we're a better ball club than that.
Well, I think you are too, and I know the guys have come ready. They've always seemed to step up to the plate when need to, and I look forward to this week, Coach, and then the finish of the season. You got anything else you want to add?
No, just appreciate everybody that's come out and supported this year, and hopefully we can pack the rock for these playoff games.
Definitely need to do that, and come on out and support these young men and coaches. They've done a great job this year, and excited to see how far we can go.
Yes, sir. Thanks for having me, Robert.
Have a good one, Coach.